guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a swatch comparison video. I don't think I have a dedicated swatch video on this just yet, but I did a look with this September 1st with both of these palettes, and they looked very, very similar. So I figured I would swatch them out and show the similar shades or shades that look similar that are not exactly similar out of these two palettes. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Berlin palette. This is the BH Cosmetics Scorpio Mini Zodiac palette. And I've got my Always Off Makeup Removing Cloth. I can't find my Fabletics one. I washed them and they're in the laundry, and needless to say, I think they're wrapped up in a towel or a bed sheet or something. So we're just going to use the old trusty ones, and I'm going to swatch similar shades and then see if I can mix shades and see if I can get something similar. And I will swatch the Nomad on the top and the BH on the bottom. So I'm going to slide this one up. I'm going to start off with Kreuzberg, which is like an icy green color. It isn't like anything else in the palette, and I'll be doing double swatches, but there's a reason I want to put this down. The next one that I want to do is East Side Gallery and Techno. Those are the next two. Now for the next shade, I'm going to go into Taklis or Takalis and then Love Parade. And I have a bruise right here on my arm. Don't ask me where I got it or what it's from. I have no idea. I just spotted it yesterday. And then we're going to be doing these last two shades here, which is Oberstadt, and then Club Nacht, which I'm guessing means nightclub. It's been a long time since I've tried to read any German. And the black does look like it has shimmer in it, but it doesn't really translate to the eye. It ends up being more like a satin shade. Okay, so there's the Nomad palette. Let me get my fingers cleaned off. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this one back and move this one forward. Now with this palette, it was funny. I thought that there was a lot of similar shades and stuff, but putting them side by side on the counter, they look different. But I'm going to swatch this one first, next to this one. And we're going to pick up the two grays. Now, if you look, this is a matte. I'm going to mix this on top of it. Add a touch of this too. And now we have a shade similar to this. This shade is very similar to both of these. I'm gonna go into this one next, and then this one, and then this one. Now, these are both matte shades. This is very similar to this shade here, but this shade, I want to try and turn it more like this. So I'm going to pick up this shade and this shade, and I'm going to mix on top. And transfer color back in. Yay. All right, so here are the finished swatches. I will be doing video outside as well. The reason why I swatched this was to show you that there were icy shades in both. Out of these two palettes, you have this gray that if you mix these two shades with this one, you can get something similar. It's more of like a purplish tone, to be honest. This shade and this shade are damn near identical. This has a little bit more pink hue to it than this one. This shade is like a matte version or a satin version of this shade, which is why I wanted to swatch it out. This one is closer to this, but it's darker. This one, once I mixed this shade and the center shade with it, I was able to get something similar to this really deep, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a burgundy eggplant kind of color mixed. And then the black in the Nomad palette is really a nice black. Whereas the black shade in the BH palette, it's more of like a brown. So comparably, if you have, if you liked the look of the Scorpio palette, but you weren't able to get it when it was first out, since they did like a limited release on it, that I think if you wanted those same colors, if you got this palette here, this entire area here is going to be most of this palette. And then of course you've got these 3 rows here. So, you know, you basically pay for 6 and you get 9 more that are extra. I think this would be a perfect palette to do like fall looks with. And I will probably be recording a video later today talking about fall color scheme palettes that I own, because I've seen a lot of people doing it. I know Kelly Gooch did one, Samantha March did one. So Hopefully I can get that filmed and edited and up the first week of next month. And so yeah, this is the swatch comparisons between the Nomad Cosmetics Berlin Underground palette and the BH Cosmetics Mini Zodiac Scorpio palette. And I bought both of these. I enjoy both of them. This one here has more mattes. This one's more satin. The formulas in this one, the mattes, they do not swatch very great, but they do blend really well on the eye. So I don't have any problems with them being patchy. The shimmers in this, the center shade is really nice. This one here, it keeps getting like hard pan in spots. Same with this one. It makes it very difficult to pick it up. Trying to use a brush, it doesn't really want to work with a dry brush. It will only work with a wet brush or your finger. But again, you get this weird like sheen in the pan and it's hard to pick up product. This one here I don't have any issues with, and the center shade, like I said, is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of their baked shimmer formulas, and it's really the best shimmer out of this entire palette. So if either of these color stories speak to you, I do have a code with Nomad that you can use. It's in the description box. It'll save you 10% off your order. I do not earn any money off of it. You can buy these sometimes in a bundle where you can get 4 palettes for the price of like 3, which is great. It's like buy 3, get 1 free. They also just did a sale recently where I think this one was also on sale. They do sales quite regularly, so if you sign up for their emails, you'll be notified when they do sales. And they just launched not 1, but 2 new palettes. One of them I've really wanted since I started seeing spoilers for it, and the other one I just realized they were releasing another one about a week and a half ago. So I do want both of the other new palettes. They are much larger than this one. They're probably about the size of both of these combined. They do have a lot of shades in each of the new palettes. So definitely if you're interested in Nomad, they do a lot of satin shades. This palette is a good mix of like matte, and then you have some like satin type shades, and then you have shimmer shades, and then you have like these, like this one and this one and this one that are like foil shades that if you get your brush wet or use a finger, they like transform into like liquid metal. They're absolutely beautiful. So it really is based on preference. If you don't like to use satin shades in place of a matte, then maybe not use Nomad products, because a lot of their palettes have at least 3 different formulas in it, if not 4. But I really enjoy their products, and I love the owners of the brand. Felicia is a sweetheart. I would love to be reposted on their Instagram one day. And so, yeah. I like both of the palettes. Hopefully you guys like the swatch video comparison. And I'm going to go do video outside in shaded tree cover as well as in direct sunlight, so you can see what these look like in other lighting, to see just how similar these actually look, besides just in here with a ring light and that kind of fun stuff. So I will see you guys outside in a bit. All right, we are outside in shaded tree cover right now. This is the comparison between the Nomad and the BH palette. Just to give you an idea of what they look like in this shaded light. All right, now I'm in direct sunlight. I'm actually sitting on the driveway. Thankfully, it's not super hot. It's like fall weather right now, and it's lovely. But here are the actual swatches in direct sunlight, so you can see the colors and see just how comparable they actually are.